Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Thursday. Well, today as you can see we are going to be working on Birds and Lilacs. It is a Joy Sunday kit, as you can tell. And it is 14 count, 37 by 46 centimeters. The color that I'm using today is 209 and we're working up, I'll show you here, on the top part of this blossom, this bunch of lilacs. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a day. Already. Yeah. No. Yesterday was the day. It was kind of horrible. Yeah. It was busy and we were trying to put the order away and stuff just kept coming up, and there was a guy there to put the bathroom doors on because we got new doors for our bathrooms. And so he was in the way, and we only had one bathroom, plus the little porta-johns out there that we have just in case it gets really, really busy for in the summer. Oh yeah, so people were here, there, and everywhere. Finally got all that done by 6 o'clock. Holy cow. It just kept going and going and going. I was so glad to get home. I was so tired, I didn't even stitch. I couldn't even think straight. Yeah. So, plans for today, not many. My daughter and her family are going to go camping, I believe. Today, they're leaving. So, yeah, that leaves me here, so to speak, by myself, if you will. So, fun times. But I'm fine. And yesterday, on top of everything else that went on, it rained. I mean, it poured down rain. It was just awful. And then about the time I got ready to leave, it started sprinkling. I'm like, okay. It's a good thing I didn't have to stop to get the mail, because about 5 minutes after I left, or got home, it poured just right down, thundered a couple times. We don't have much thunder and lightning here. It was outrageous. Yeah, I'm like, I just want to go to bed. Just leave me alone. Yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, goodness. So I'm looking forward to peace and quiet today, Of course, I got to go out and go to the store because a friend of mine brought me some smoked salmon. So I got to go get, well, I want to buy some bagels and cream cheese and bagels, cream cheese, and red onions. I couldn't think what else went with that. They said they put dill on theirs, but I'm not a dill fan. Don't get me wrong, I love dill pickles, but don't put no dill on my fish. So yeah, so I got that for this weekend, so that was kind of a nice little surprise. And I don't know what else. I mean, if it's going to be cold and dreary all weekend, I'm going to have to make beef and noodles, chicken and noodles, something with noodles. Or, what do you call it? Dumplings. So, yeah. Haven't made those for a while. But we will see. This thing seems to be a little bit off about every third one. I don't know why. If I start on this side, everything is, I don't know if you can see that, on the square, right? But once I go over here, it starts getting weird. So, I'm not sure. We'll just wing it. I'm good at winging it. It'll be fine. I've had them where they've been off, up and down, like the squares. And if I start at the top, I'm good. If I start in the middle of something or go down here and start, it's all screwed up. So, yeah. Fun times. But we're good. We're awesome. So, let's see, today, let's see, I don't know. I go and do the laundry tomorrow, so I'm trying to figure out my day as I'm talking aloud. I'm thinking aloud. How's that? Holy cow. I'm telling you. I was going to pull out my Aurora Borealis and work on it. I think it's Diamond Painting Effects with Corey. Got that one. And somebody else has it. They're working on it as well. One of my viewers. I don't know that they have a channel or don't. I don't think so. But we were talking... she commented about it. So, yeah, I was going to get that out. Maybe before the weekend. Oh, that leaves, yeah, tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, if I can find it. I think I know where it's at, but, you know, thinking and it is about 4 different things around here, so we'll see. If I find it, I find it. I found everything else that I went hunting for. And I may go to the thrift store tomorrow while I'm out, you know, and about. I usually do the grocery shopping and go do the laundry, and then I can just stay at home. So we'll see how that all transpires, if you will. Oh, goodness. Last night was a good night to have a cup of tea. I had a cup of my green tea with jasmine. I love that stuff. I get the twings. Is that how you say that word? I don't know if that's how that's pronounced. Twings. And I have bought Simple Truth because I couldn't find the twings. I don't. You know, every once in a while they just won't have it. Because that store just keeps rotating stuff in and out and in and out. I mean, God forbid you know, get something that is consistent. It's insane. For a small grocery store, they just keep rotating stuff in and out. So, and then somebody comes along and they have to change how the layout is or something. They went through this, what time was it? It was like last year sometime. They got new shelves. So when they put the new shelves in, everything that was on those shelves, they switched. So if the ice cream was down at that end, they put it at the other end and did everything backwards. Like, oh my God. Yeah, we were all walking around in oblivion trying to figure out what we needed. So heaven help you if you went in there without a list, because it just looked like a whole new set of stuff. It was awesome. Yeah, that took us about a month to get on to where everything was at, or they moved it to the complete opposite side of the grocery store. Yeah, we were pretty much fed up with that grocery store. Not like it's not hard enough as it is, but yeah. And they did it right in the middle of summer. Oh, it was special. Spectacular, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. So needless to say, I haven't stitched in about 2.5 days. Well, short of the video I did yesterday. That was the only stitching that that got done yesterday, period. So I feel like I really haven't stitched unless I sit down and stitch for about 15 hours. I just don't feel like myself. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm obsessed. Oops, don't do that, Laura. You hate yourself. It's a loop. It's a loop. So I haven't picked the, let's call it the flavor of the weekend of what I'm going to stitch obsessively on. I really want to get done with Peter Rabbit. So I guess maybe that's high on the list. But I do like that one I started yesterday too, so maybe I can just do one little section. You know how it's broke down into several little sections. So maybe that's what I'll work on. It's trying to finish Peter Rabbit. Only got like 3 colors maybe. I knocked off some of the small ones. Was that Monday night? Yeah. Do you have things that you really want to get done and you just can't seem to get around to it because you can't get away from one or the other of the other things that you're stitching on? Yeah, this is where I'm at. I feel like I can't focus for some reason. I have no idea why. Oh crap, I'll have to come back for that. I really like this pattern. It's so pretty. And I love lilacs. Just absolutely adore lilacs. They were my favorite flower when I was little because we had like 8 lilac trees in our backyard. So they were just scrumptious. I could just sit there and smell them all day. Between that and the peonies, just loved them. We always had a bouquet in the summer sitting on the dining room table. My mother had about 50 different vase things that she could put flowers in. Between them and the roses and the, what do you call it, the peonies. Except you have to wash the peonies when you bring them in because they were usually full of black ants. It was awesome. Nothing says dinner like sitting there trying to eat and an ant crawls out of the peony. Oh, it's special. Special, special times. Yeah, so we began to just rinse them down because they'd get real deep in those peonies. Yeah. But we always had fresh cut flowers on the table growing up. Now I don't do that so much because I don't have flowers to, you know, pick like that anymore. Can't get the peonies to grow here because we have such a short growing season, and then it gets so cold in the winter. They just don't do well. I haven't seen too many roses. I see more, let's see, petunias and what's the other? Pansies. Everything begins with a P. What the heck? And that's about it. Maybe some, not bougainvillea. What is the other one? Begonia? Whew. There was B's and G's. I was trying to get it together, people. But, you know, and they just last for the summer. And then, yeah. Here we are. And we usually don't pick any of the wildflowers because by the time we get down the mountain, they're dead as a doornail. So, yeah, they're pretty fragile. And my daughter had, what do you call them? Columbine. But the damn deer ate all them. Oh yeah. Because out where she lives, they just come right through her yard. And she had to move, or not move, what do you call it? Like build a barrier to keep them away from the peppers and tomatoes at her house. Or else they'll just come along and pick them or eat them. Not the tomatoes, but the blossoms and stuff. And then my granddaughter planted some flowers. She let her get a little 6-pack, you know, she thought she was really hot. And planted them, and they ate the blossoms and ripped them out of the dirt there where my daughter had it, so she had to build a whole barrier to keep the stupid deer out. Yeah. Awesome times. Awesome times. But they never seemed to bother her, what was that word again? Begonias that she had, you know, in hanging pots, or her, what is the other word? Pansies at all. So those grew just fine. Never bothered by the deer. I don't know if they didn't see them, you know, or the others were just like in their path of walking. I'm sure they could smell them. So they were just partial to the other. Ripped them puppies right out of the ground. So my daughter frantically planted them again, and a couple of them croaked, but they survived, so here we are. But I guess next year, you know, she's going to make another, what do you call them? Raised bed, because they have nothing but, there's a lot of sand in the dirt there. So she had to make a little bed for where she was going to plant the tomatoes, the peppers, and those flowers. So she's going to make another one of them so they can have it all enclosed so the deer can't get to them. So, fun times. Me, I'm lucky that the tomatoes on the porch are still alive, so, yeah. I have like 5 or 6 tomatoes that are about the size of a paintball ball. Yeah, we'll see how big they get and what happens. And I actually have one pepper that I could tell. So, we'll see if we get any real full-size tomatoes. I have to get some more sticks in there and tie them up, because they've outgrown the sticks that I put in there when I first planted them. So they're about a foot, not a foot, maybe a half a foot taller than the sticks that they started out with. And I don't have any of those, what do you call them? Tomato cages, if you will. Is that what they're called? Beats the heck out of me. But I did have, and I think I gave them all to my daughter. So she's got them around the peppers and the tomatoes. Well, thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. We didn't get much done. We got down that one little side of those pinks. We should have gone with purple. All right. Thank you for joining me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.